Hello, YouTube. Guess what? It's 5 a.m. over here. And y'all probably can see it in my face. But I did not feel like editing a vlog today. I recorded it, but I did not feel like editing a vlog today. So I said I'm gonna go live and we're gonna talk about the Philippines versus Brazil. Now, just like I did when I did what changed for me with Brazil, I'm gonna turn off the comments so I can actually focus and not read you guys' comments. Because if I read y'all's comments, I'm not gonna get this done. Where is Floyd? Floyd, me and Floyd just left each other. We were just hanging out. Thank you very much for that compliment, Prince Blackster the fourth, the third, the fourth. My bad, the fourth. Now, somebody said no way I'm going back to Brazil. We about to talk about that. Now, we got 72 people here. Let's get about 25 more people. Let's get it close to 100. And we're gonna start this topic today because I got a lot I want to talk about. I've been in the Philippines about 6 days now. No, actually 7 days. I've been here 7 days now. Got 84 people. We need about 16 more people. We're gonna start talking. You going to Angel City? I heard is wild. Yes, because I heard that too. JB, we gonna talk about that because they got some out here that look like that, but not really. Okay, we got exactly 100 now. I have allergies out here in this city for some reason. I usually don't have them in beach cities. So let's turn off this music. Philippines versus Brazil. What are the pros of the Philippines? What are the cons of Brazil? Because I can't say too much on Brazil in a positive light because it's gonna be twisted anyway. Like I said, the comments are turned off. The number one thing I wanted, not the number one, the first thing I want to talk about is the safety in Brazil versus the Philippines. Somebody told me, I didn't verify this myself, but somebody told me in my comments that the Philippines has the most dangerous, the worst crime in all of Asia. I don't know if that's true or not. There is crime here though. But compared to Brazil, it does not compare. For the most part, even in the poor neighborhoods or walking near the poor neighborhoods, I do not feel like there's a risk of somebody snatching my camera or robbing me in the Philippines. I did feel that way in Brazil. It never happened. Actually, I didn't feel that way in Brazil, but I knew it could happen. I never felt like, oh, they're about to rob me, but I knew there's a chance in this country. But in the Philippines, no. I have not walked anywhere and felt like I was about to get jacked. I have not felt like somebody was gonna fight me because I'm American, because that does happen. I did not feel like I mean, honestly, it's a lot more love out here because being black. Not that, now hold on, you get a lot of love being black in Brazil. I love Brazil. Don't get that shit twisted. But damn, I want to talk about that one. But being black out here, people literally, Floyd and I were just at this place by the beach, and people were literally taking pictures of us. They were literally like, "Oh my god, hey, you good? You good?" And his girlfriend is literally grabbing the phone, taking pictures of us. We're in the mall, and women look at you kind of like, but I don't think it's a choosing signal because they'll look at you like this, and you'd be like, "Come here," and they don't come here. But she turned all the way around to keep looking at you, and you say, "Stop walking, come here." And I'm not saying like I want her to approach me. I'm saying stop walking so I can approach you. They still don't come here. So I don't know. That's bullshit if you ask me. So safety is safer in the Philippines, for the most part. I haven't been here that long, but you in Brazil, you can get it right off the back. There's no military police walk around here like there is Brazil. At nighttime, you feel just fine, just most places. But I haven't been here long enough, so I haven't walked around a lot of places. Cost of living. The Ubers, which they have Grab out here, cost just as much as the Ubers did in Salvador. If not, they were cheaper in Salvador, actually, I would say. The Airbnbs are pretty much, it seems like the pricing is almost a little more expensive in Manila than Salvador. Even Rio. I think Manila might be more expensive than Rio, to be honest with you, because I've been in both cities. Keep that in mind, I've been to both cities, and I've been to Rio for a total of a month last year. So I know what the fuck a Uber costs in Rio. But here, and the reason I said what the fuck is because I know some of y'all are trying to doubt my words. So I had to add a little emphasis so you guys knew that I was serious. I curse for emphasis. Not because I can't find a better word, but the food is the food more expensive in Brazil. Let me compare it to Salvador because Rio is just overpriced for the rest of Brazil. Is the food more expensive in Salvador? They're about the same. When I was sitting down eating at a restaurant, not some shit on the side of the street, at a restaurant, that a lot of people came to, I would spend about $8 to $12, $7 to $12 if I wanted to keep it cheaper at the restaurant that was beneath me that stayed open 24 hours. That a lot of people came to in Salvador. It's about the same thing here. Now, if I want to eat food off somebody's shopping cart that's probably not washing their hands, y'all got to be careful with that. Because even in Thailand, I would eat soup off the side of the street. But when it came to them making stuff and I saw them touching it, like their hands, they're light skinned. They're like almost white in Thailand, right? Some people. There's some dark people like me too out there. If your skin is white and when you cook my food, your skin is the same color as mine, I'm not eating that shit. That means your hands are dirty as fuck. So that's why I don't eat street food in any country. Unless if it's something that they're not touching with their hands. But that's off topic. Unless if you're eating those things off the side of the road and stuff like that. Salvador and Manila cost about the same when it comes to food. Yeah, I'm sick a little bit. Okay. They do have allergy medicine. I just took it. I'm waiting for it to kick in. Okay, let's talk about the women because that was next. I should say that for like the fifth, so I'm gonna come back to that. The language barrier, because I know you haters out there gonna try to call me a sex tourist because I put women as number three. Fucking bastards. Number three, the language barrier. There is literally there's the only barrier you're getting out here in the Philippines is an accent. There's not a goddamn person out here that does not know English because the English conquered the Philippines second, like in like 1764 or something like that. The Spanish had it, and then the English came and got it after that. And all the signs are in English. There's pretty much nothing in Spanish here. There's some things you see still in Spanish. Some of the names are still in Spanish, but the names of the streets, all the signs, everything is in English, and everybody knows English very, very well. Some people just have a strong accent, but that's accent is a minor problem. Okay, accent having an accent does not compare to not knowing what the hell you're saying at all. So you can deal with that. Let's talk about stuff to do. Is there and actually, whenever Filipino women speak English, it could be very cute. It could be very cute hearing that. Just wanted to say that. Stuff to do. I'm gonna have to give Brazil. Brazil knocks the Philippines out of the park when it comes to nightlife. But actually, I'm not gonna say that because that's not true. They both have about just as much scenic stuff to do, though. I was about to say that the Philippines kills Brazil with scenic stuff, but there's just as much scenic stuff to do in Brazil as there is the Philippines. I just didn't do it when I was in Brazil because I was too caught up dating women because I loved it that much. I still love them. I don't give a damn what they did to me. I still love them. It's that good. But if you want to talk about being in Salvador and Rio, like places to hang out, because y'all gotta remember I'm 23. I do shit on a daily basis. Places to hang out and like meet new people. There's way more going on. Way more going on. What I'm finding in Cebu and Manila, I had to find people in these two cities. In Rio and Salvador, you'd have to find nobody. All you had to do was be out of the damn house and you were gonna bump into people. And by that I'm talking about women. There was always some sort of party. There was always some sort of event in Brazil. The Philippines, this is more slower. Like Floyd and I, this chick recommended we hang out at this place we were just hanging out at. Besides there being a huge ass rat crawling on the table, scared the living hell out of me. The rat was like about to run at me. But anyway, besides that, all the women had a dude. All of them. And it was the same thing in Cebu. I went to a club in Cebu. Beautiful women. All of them was with a dude. All of them. Every last one of them. And if they weren't with a dude, they were a certain type of woman that charges a fee. Let's say that. So that's what I was dealing with. Brazil's not like that. You're not running into a lot of women that charge a fee in Brazil. I'm not saying that they're not there because I didn't say that. But you can run into a lot more regular women that are single and ready to mingle. But at the same time, Brazil is more liberal. in the Philippines. Okay, these women here, from what I'm seeing, they want to take it slow. So they're not gonna be as they'll mingle with you, but they're not gonna. It's not Brazil. It's not. This is a retirement. The Philippines is a place you come to retire, if you ask me. For somebody 23 years old, this is a place that you come to. I mean, Brazil is a place that you go to be 23 years old. Let me read a couple of these super chats real quick. Cirilla asks, have I approached these people to know whether they're not in relationships? Rilla, now you know damn well there's a certain type of way that couples stand next to each other. There's there's they stand in a way that shows me, okay, she's not even available. I will catch on replay. Yes, sir. I'm glad you want to replay my videos, Will. So, oh, that's a good question. Andre just asked. I'll come back to that. Actually, let me read a couple of these super chats so this shit don't pile up. On the wood, my D-Town brother. I appreciate that $10 super chat. I think he rapping that Pimp C right there. But Pimp C not from D-Town though. I appreciate that. Good to see you again. I heard they had the most kidnappings. I did not hear that, but I hate hearing about kidnappings because that is some scary shit. For guys who are interested in Thai women, what foreign women are available in Thailand? There's a lot of Russian women. There's a lot of African women and Russian women that I ran into in Thailand. Or let me not even say Russian, Eastern European. I met a really good looking chick from Switzerland in Bangkok when I first got there. But there's a lot of European and there's a lot of African women. That's pretty much it. And they all look good. But most of the African women that I met there were like for sale. So not most, but a good number of them. You had to do a live near the end of my lunch break. Yeah. I should have uploaded them all, but I didn't feel like doing that today. Please talk more about the Russian and Arab guys hazing in Thailand. See, I haven't heard the word hazing since we were talking about getting beat with a paddle in college. The Russian and the Arab guys can be aggressive, let's say that. And I don't like it. Because it's we're in Thailand. I'm not in Russia. But what I've said before is you get the most love from people in their home country. If I'm pretty sure if I went to Russia, which I won't be anytime soon, I would get more love there than what they show me here because people are Russians. I haven't been to Russia, but I'm just saying people outside the United States are proud of their country. So when you go to their country, they're excited to show you their country. You Americans hate fucking America. So when people come to America, you don't show them shit. Again, I know y'all remember the video when I had a vlog. There was a Brazilian woman walking around with a Brazilian flag on her back, and she was wearing it like a cape. You'll never see that shit in America unless you're at a Trump rally. That's because Americans don't appreciate shit. But the Arab guys, they were bumping to me on purpose. And I could have stayed in Texas for that shit. Hey, it's my first time on your live. Can you tell me your experience with Afro Brazilian women? about their feminism problem. The only people I ran into with feminist ideals that were, you know, kind of a turnoff were the women that spoke English in Brazil. There were some women that only spoke Portuguese in Brazil, and they called themselves feminists, and I didn't take it serious. The ones that spoke English and they called themselves feminists, I took it very serious. Appreciate that super chat. And they were black, yes. But it was all races like that. Yo, Austin, quick question. Do you feel like you get just as much choosing signals as you do in Brazil? Fuck no. Fuck no. There is no place. Hold on, I'm gonna get back to you real. Now, there's no place in the world like Brazil. My allergy medicine kicking in. Then when it comes to choosing signals. That's why I said when you're in Brazil, you don't have to really do much. You just gotta be there and you gotta be on point. Like I'm saying, you have to be physically attractive, and all you gotta do is be there in Brazil. Somebody's gonna give you somebody's gonna pick you. Appreciate that cash app, Gavin. Gavin, I don't want to see your full name. And all is appreciated, Gavin. Thank you very much. You get choosing signals here, but again, I told you I got choosing signals today, and I called them out as if I wanted to approach, and they turned me down after they gave me a strong choosing signal. Like I had chicks turn all the way. We were walking past each other, and you guys know I'm not scared. Y'all know that, right? And they turned all the way around, and I turned around, and I tell them to stop walking, and then they don't stop walking. I've been running into that shit a lot. Now in Brazil, when they look, first of all, you ain't got to tell them to stop. But when you do tell them to stop, they're ready. Somebody said, "Oh, the Andre says that they're probably shy." I don't buy that shy shit. Okay, if I say if you're interested enough to turn all the way around, and I say, "Hold on," stop walking so I can talk with you. You're not that damn interested. What interested person walks away? Tell me that. Anyway, this goes for all of Asia. If you're white, the Asian women love white men. That's why mostly white men come here. I'm not saying that's why, but mostly white men come here. The South American and African women, I haven't been to Africa, so let me only speak on South America. The South American women love black men. Yes, they're probably interested just because you're black. That's the vibe I'm getting. Because the fact that they look so hard and then you tell them to stop and they don't stop walking, that's I think that, and I like I just said, they were taking pictures of us. I think that's what that is. Now, let's talk about we're gonna get back to women though. Let's talk about transportation. Transportation is the same as it is in Salvador Bahia. But the people that are on the Grab app have a problem finding the pickup location literally every time I order a taxi. They can't find me. Like they do not know how to use the GPS. The GPS is off in every country except for the United States. When I was in Brazil, it'll take you somewhere 15 minutes from where you ask and drop you off. Not all the time, but it happened a lot. But here in the Philippines, this is ridiculous. It takes me the wrong place all the time. You're better off going somewhere that the driver knows. Like, what is it, Aura Mall? If I get in the car and I tell the driver go there, they have no problem taking me. But if it's like a specific address, they take me the wrong fucking place every time, every time, every time, and they don't know where to pick me up. So that's what the transportation is like. If you're using that, I haven't rode any public buses. I will say this, in Brazil, Colombia, Thailand, the moto taxis zip in and out of traffic and they make 45-minute rides turn into 10, 15-minute rides. They don't do that here. They obey the law in the Philippines. So if that damn GPS says it's going to take 45 minutes by car, it's going to take 45 minutes by motorcycle. Y'all don't believe me? I'm going to record these motorcycles sitting in traffic, which is what they don't do in every other country I've been to. So let me tell you, really, I'm gonna get on your ass. I'm gonna get because I was talking to Paul about this earlier about. So let me get on real ass real quick because Rilla thinks Fred, you in the comments, right? Fred, you in the comments, right? Now, what did we say? What did you say? Let me give you credit for this. What did you say about Tinder? You said do not base Tinder. You do not base the country off of what Tinder is like. Fred, do you remember whenever we went to Recife and you, Floyd, and I, hold on, and there's women all over there talking about, oh, I can't wait until I see another black man like you again. We ain't had no black men around here. I'm ready for y'all. You so handsome. We got all kinds of matches. There was a reason we only stayed in Recife 3 days out of the week we had scheduled. Because it was looking like that on Tinder. Like, damn, I'm out here winning. We about to run through them when we get to Recife. Man, damn near all the motherfuckers flaked. Damn near all of them flaked. So, to you, Rilla, I know you've been showing me you having a lot of success in the Philippines. Come down here. And if you got the same success, then you're right. But let me tell you this. My experience is not everybody's experience. Your experience is not my experience, right? A lot of people told me don't come to the Philippines. You're not missing out on shit. Now, you're not missing out on a whole lot so far, but it's not what they made it seem like. They made it seem like whenever I got down, now hold on. Now in Cebu, I'm not gonna recommend that city. If you do go to Cebu first and then come to Manila like I did. Go to Cebu with your girlfriend. Let's just say that. But as a single man, go to Manila. So people were telling me you're not missing out on nothing. It's not worth it. I'm not gonna say the Philippines is not worth coming to. I don't have that experience that people made it seem. People made it seem like I was gonna hate it here. I don't hate it here. I could come back to Manila, not Cebu. But again, because you are winning on Tinder, women put on a show on Tinder in every country. But really, come down here. And if you can win that same way you've been winning, like I know you have on Tinder, then I'll give it to you. But I'm out here. Let me tell you about this shit right here. You need the right people to show you around Cebu. That's the problem. If I have to have somebody tell me where to go and show me around, that's a problem. In Salvador, you don't need you don't need anybody to show you around. In Rio, you don't need anybody to show you around. It's clear as day what the hell to do. That's not the case in Cebu. Now in Manila, you can pretty much figure it out on your own. It's not like Salvador, but okay. Yeah, them comments are hostile. I'm reading them on the slide. But yeah, but let me tell you something else about Tinder. If you guys, for my guys that have been to Rio de Janeiro or Rio de Janeiro, Brazil, if you guys have signed up for Tinder and set your location to Rio, y'all know that Rio, if you're looking at Tinder, the women on Tinder make you not even want to go no more. They would make you think that I'm lying. When I was on Tinder, I was like, man, they sure do got a lot of ugly women in Rio. Are these dudes telling the truth? I was like, man, I know they tell the truth. I went to Rio. They didn't look shit like what I saw on Tinder. Nothing but bad women. So, like Fred said, you cannot base what you're seeing on dating apps in person. Just like, I mean, look at Dallas, Texas. You go to Dallas, Texas Tinder, and all the motherfuckers is fat, ugly. But there's a lot of beautiful women in Dallas, Texas. They just not gonna fuck with you. Really, this is not the point I'm making. It's not about comparing. It's just saying that Tinder does not represent what you're gonna actually see when you get there. Now, I will tell you what country did represent on Tinder to a small, not exact, but to a certain degree. What's going on, CJ? Tinder in Salvador, the baddies is on there. When I was in Thailand last year, and I was looking at my Tinder in Salvador, and I'm like, damn, I'm about to have a blast. And I had a motherfucking blast when I got to Salvador. Tinder matches Salvador. It doesn't match Rio. It doesn't match Dallas. It doesn't match Thailand. If you go to Thailand's Tinder, you're gonna get a bunch of trans. Now, are there a good number of trans in Thailand? Yeah, but you not. It's not like how it is on Tinder. There's so many trans on Tinder in Thailand. You would think that there's no women. So here's what you don't here's where you I know you don't know what the hell you talk about. I have no problem doing both. But obviously if you code approach and it's not working, really give me a timestamp on when I told you I code approached. Let's define code approach. Code approach means that she hasn't even seen you. She don't even know what you look like. You cold approached her. Her giving you a choosing signal is not a code approach. She gave you a green light to approach her. Green lights are not cold. So I have not cold approached one person. So let's start there. Now, next point. No, no, sir. Choosing signals and code approaches are not the same thing. A code approach is, damn, there's a lady walking down the street, walking to her apartment. She hasn't seen me, but she's so beautiful, I gotta go holler at her. So I go chase her down and I go holler at her. That's a code approach. Her sitting on the bench at the park and she's looking and smiling and waving at me and I go walk over to her. There's nothing cold about that. She opened the door. I never cold approached anybody. They're not alike. Okay. But there are a lot of women at the mall. But that's any country. But hey, you go to the mall in Salvador Bahia, you can go to any mall in Salvador Bahia and get stuck. It's been plenty of times I went to shop in Baja and I said, I'm gonna go over here and get a shirt real quick. I was in that mall all goddamn day. Ask Fred. I was supposed to be in that mall 20 minutes. I was in that bitch 3 hours. Now, you can be in the mall here all day, but it won't be because of women. The women are here. But it's just so many stores for you to buy stuff and so much stuff to look at. I think that's what I'm in the mall for when I'm here. But the volume of women here is not the same as Brazil. See, when you're in Brazil, you bumping into them left and right, left and right, left. It's almost unreal how many beautiful women you're seeing. Here, there's beautiful women, but you're seeing a beautiful woman like every 20 minutes. In Brazil, you're seeing them like literally every fucking 20 seconds. And I'm not even exaggerating. Go, you don't believe me? Go see for yourself. I think I've seen you before. I'll be back in Brazil one day. One master teacher, I appreciate that super chat. Thank you very much. Now, literally every 20 seconds. Yeah, I think that's where I'm going next time. Somebody else told me to do that. I'm doing that. Going to the countries in southern Brazil. But Yes, we do. We got very much unfinished business. But I'm gonna listen. In Brazil, yeah, there's a lot. There's a lot of beautiful women. Like per square foot. We want to talk about per square foot. It doesn't compare to anywhere else in the world I've been to. It's not even up for discussion. Like if you haven't been in Brazil, you don't know what the hell you talk about. When we talk about how many beautiful women there, it's literally ridiculous. Now, let's talk about the internet. The internet in the Philippines is terrible. They have 5G out here, but it's not as fast as the 5G I had in Thailand or Brazil. There are plenty of spots that I can walk and my internet goes out on my phone, and I have their internet service. It's just the truth. And I was told that before I came here that the internet wasn't good. Yeah, no reservations. Send me a text. Now, the internet in Philippines is just. I thought the internet was bad in Brazil until I actually did. I didn't realize I had 5G internet in my apartment, and then I was able to upload my YouTube videos in 5 minutes uh, versus 3 hours that it was taking before. Here, I have 5G, and the same videos take an hour and a half to 2 hours to upload, which is almost not 5G anymore. But it says 5G. When I was in Thailand, I was on 5G. It would take my videos 3 to 5 minutes to upload, even faster than Brazil. But here it says 5G and it's not the same. Uh, but like I said, I can go plenty of places. My internet on my phone goes out. It just goes out. Brazil, that didn't happen, but I just had to constantly pay and pay and pay for more internet in Brazil. But my internet was good when it was on. Let's talk about the food. Brazil has the Philippines beat like with a no-brainer when it comes to food. Now in Manila, it gets a lot better. I've had good food many times in Manila, but in Cebu, ooh, Cebu's food was like even at the resort that we went to. We went to a resort, and I'm gonna get to why we did that. We went to a resort, and the food in Cebu was just like no. But in Manila, I've ate good food, but still Brazil's food is just off the chain. Let's say that. That's what y'all saw how fat I was getting in Brazil, right? Y'all seen I slimmed down when I came out here because I was eating a. I couldn't stop eating that food in Brazil. I loved it. Somebody said that internet is 1G. Yeah. So Rilla, you don't believe me again? I was told that the internet wasn't good here before I got here. So it's not just me. Yeah, food. Yeah, food is The Brofessor. I thought the Brofessor was white. Anyway, food is not comparable when it comes from Brazil to the Philippines. It's just not. Like, especially if we want to talk about Bahia. If you're black, Bahia food is like the New Orleans of America. Like that you know how New Orleans food, Mississippi food, that deep South food is completely different than the rest of America. Like that's what Bahia is like. And I look at Bahia as the New Orleans or the Louisiana of Brazil. It has that similar culture, but it's not the same, but similar. Even Floyd has his American carrier out here, and his internet is shit. Compared to Brazil, his shit was a lot better. Compared to Thailand, his internet was a lot better. But it just so happened, Rilla. It just so happened when we entered the Philippines that it wasn't the same case. Kwaku, appreciate that super chat. Kwaku also asks, how hard is it to get around only speaking English in Brazil and the Philippines? In Brazil, you're gonna have to learn Portuguese. Just being honest with you, you're gonna have a very hard time not knowing Portuguese. In the Philippines, you don't need to learn any other language. If you speak English already, that's all you need to know because they speak English here too. Even, and I'm not trying to sound rude, even the kids that were like begging for money on the street that were like 3, 4 years old spoke fluent English. So they're learning that at a very young age. And I threw in the fact that they were begging for money because that means that they may not be in school. I support your journey, brother. I appreciate that super chat. I will continue supporting you. I wouldn't do cold approach when I go to the Philippines because I have 400 plus matches on OkCupid with a location set to Makati. I set my Tinder location to Makati and I had a way better quality of women and a way better result. But again, 400 matches ain't shit. Come down here and see if you'll go on 40 dates in the first week. Okay. When I was in Brazil, I could get 10 matches on Tinder and I had a lot of numbers and I could meet a lot of those women. But I'm finding like even Floyd had 300 matches. Floyd has not met, he has not been on anywhere close to, I don't want to speak for him, but I know damn well he ain't been on no 20 dates in the Philippines. So all that 300, 400 shit, I'm letting you know right now that come down here. Just that's what I've come to the country. Y'all keep now I'm not talking about you, but I'm saying y'all keep talking about these tenders. Come to the country and see how that works. Continued, I'm an average 5 in New York City, but in OKC, I can tell a woman, but on OkCupid, I can tell which woman in the Philippines will be worth my time by the answers to her questions, bio info, and pics. I think that's anywhere, though. Appreciate that super chat. Women in the Philippines want to get married ASAP, and the women there are very shy because of Catholic background. So the culture they want men to approach, they even take their Tinder pics with a mask on. I did see that. And I'm a man that always approaches. But here's what y'all aren't understanding. If you're giving me a choosing signal and I say stop walking so I can come over to you, and you don't stop walking, do you think I'm about to chase you? You're crazy. I don't care what country I'm in. I'm not gonna approach a woman that doesn't even have the want to stop. And I don't know how the fuck y'all disagree with that. But if y'all like chasing after women that don't even want to stop, go ahead. Austin, trust is because women know who you are in the Philippines. You went viral a lot, so women over there will be shy or think they will be in danger. Bullshit. They're not in danger with me. They don't even think that. They don't know me. I'm staying on OK Cupid for a Filipino wifey because of how easy it is to identify and avoid liberals and feminists. I also avoid tattoos too. No 3 or 4 highs for me. I don't think tattoos make women hoes, but I'm glad you know that. Appreciate that super chat. Wheels up. Appreciate that $20 super chat, Darren Hilton. How bad is the air pollution in Manila? I haven't had a problem with it at all. It's not like when I got to Bangkok in October and my face was black when I wiped it with a napkin. So I'm not complaining about the pollution at all out here. Would you ever go to Europe? Yeah, actually, when I go through like 5 more Asian countries, I'll be in Europe next. So yeah, I'm ready for that too. I'm very ready. I need to get to the Philippines. Appreciate that super chat. Yes, you do. The same thing happened to you in Brazil happened to me in Colombia. Angry feminists tried to cancel me all over the news. Even the mayor of Medellin tweeted about me. Let me know if you want to connect. Yes, sir. I would love to connect to you. That would be a great conversation for us to have and bring some attention. I'm gonna write down your name so I can reach out to you. You can also reach out to me at austinholloman@gmail.com. Is the carrier speed faster than SIM card speed in the Philippines? What do you mean? Okay. Listen, goddamn it. Listen, goddamn it. Listen. What the fuck? Okay. Rilla. Here's what I'm not gonna do. If I want to catch a taxi and I say, hey, stop the car, I'm about to get in, and the motherfucker continues driving, do you think I'm just gonna keep running behind a taxi? Or am I gonna wait until I find a taxi that's willing to stop? So again, if a woman is looking at me and I say, hey, stop walking so I can come over there, and she does not stop walking, do you think I'm about to just run behind her like I'm some desperate dude? No. Why is that even disagreeable? Anyway, let's talk about alcohol. The Philippines drinks is better than Thailand by a lot, but nobody's drinks is better than Brazil. Brazil is undefeated when it comes to alcohol. Brazil is that one country you can order one drink and be fucked up for the rest of the day. That's Brazil. Now in the Philippines, it's better than the United States for alcohol, but it's not as strong as Brazil. But you get what you paid for. If you pay for a drink, you're gonna feel like you paid for a drink. When I was in Thailand and I bought a drink, it felt like I needed to buy three. So they were very weak in Thailand. But here, they're how they should be here. In Brazil, they try to get they want you to come back. Let's talk about the beaches. I really want to talk about the beaches. Somebody just said I was with your homegirl Hanada. Hanada just told me to leave her alone and have a good day. She mad at me because she told me to stop texting her. I'm the wrong guy to tell that to. So she hadn't heard from me until today. And that was like 3 months ago when she's 3 or 4 months ago when she said that. Now, the beaches in Cebu, Philippines. I was like telling Floyd, like, hey, let's go to the beach and see if we can meet some girls at the beach and just hang out. Do you know every beach you had to pay to go to? Therefore, when you got to those beaches, there was really only rich Filipinos and foreigners, which means you wouldn't get no action. Now, I'm pretty sure if I went to a beach where the regular locals were at, you would get some action. You would get some Filipinos looking at you that would be interested in you. But paying $15 to go to the beach, we paid $15 a person to go to the beach. I don't see too many average day Filipinas paying that, because what you got to remember, $15 for us is multiplied by like 5 or 6 to them. So I haven't tried Manila. I'm probably gonna try that tomorrow to see if I can go see uh go see if I could find a beach that I could just, because I asked the Uber driver, can you just walk up to the beach? Like, is there any beaches in Cebu that you could just walk up to like you can in Brazil or anywhere else in the world? And he's like, no, you got to pay. And I'm like, damn. So I don't think you. And I asked the Filipinos that worked at the hotel Floyd and I stayed at, what's the best beach in the area? Well, Floyd asked them, and they gave us a beach. I'm like, okay, let's go over there. We put it in the GPS. It was 3 hours away. And a lot of people are saying they never paid that much in the Philippines. Either way it goes, either way it goes, a beach that you had to pay to get to deters how many women you're gonna meet at that beach. It's just like going to a party that is free for women to get into. If it's free for women to get to a party, there's gonna be a lot of women when you get there. But if they're charging men and women, then there's not gonna be a lot of women when you get there. Not in Brazil though. I paid plenty of places to get into Brazil, and there was a shitload of women. Let's talk. As we meet. Appreciate the super chat. Stephen Garrett asks, "So where do you meet girls?" I'm still trying to figure that out, because every country has its go-to place. Brazil's go-to was the beaches and the malls. We're really everywhere. But I haven't been here long enough. I haven't cracked that code, because there's women here. There's beautiful women here, but I'm trying to figure out, where are they at? Where can I go to see them? You know what I'm saying? That's why I want to do the beach. Now, import fees. There's a small import fee. I noticed I'm about to buy a new iPhone here in a couple days. I did notice some electronics cost a little bit more, but it's not like Brazil. Brazil is tripling up on your ass. For example, if You want a iPhone in Brazil, which is gonna cost you, let's say, $1,000 in the States. It's gonna cost you $3,000 in Brazil. I'm not even bullshit. It's gonna cost you 3,000. That's ridiculous. It's hell. Now, if you go to the Philippines and let's say it's $1,000 for that iPhone, it might cost you $1,200 here. So a little tax, but not that bad. Yeah, exactly. A PlayStation 5 is $4,000 in Brazil. Yeah, that sounds about right. It's I don't know what the hell that's about, but they showing their ass in Brazil with that. They are showing their ass with them taxes. They said in Brazil, where you go to find the women outside? That's literally all you gotta do is step outside. That's literally all you gotta do is go step outside your front door. They're everywhere. You can't. Now, so let me tell you something, Jay Nice. You said I'm seeing a PS5 for $500 to $600 on Amazon. That's what it costs on Amazon. Do me a favor, order that PlayStation and see how much customs charges you to get it in. Floyd tried that. He ordered the glasses, that the recording glasses, the camera glasses. He ended up paying a whole $200 on top of those fees, on top of the fee for the glasses. He had to pay an extra $200 just to get it in Brazil. Trust me, we know what we're talking about. I lived there. Now, infrastructure. The infrastructure in Brazil and Philippines is both old. They both have their new areas, but I would say from what I'm seeing, Manila has a lot more outdated areas in Brazil. The Philippines does. Let's say that. The roads, here we go with this shit. Here we go with this shit. Somebody says you don't like Brazil. I don't know where the hell you got that from. That's all I'm gonna say to that. But the roads in Brazil, man, when it comes to the infrastructure on that part, they're about the same. But it's a little more dated here. Everything's a little older here. But where I'm staying at looks like it was built in the past 10 years. So there's new areas. In BGC is a new area over here. If you go to Salvador, uh, what is it? Itapua? Itapua, I think it was. Ichipi or something like that. That's the newer area from my understanding. Baja da Tijuca is basically the America of Rio de Janeiro. Like even some of the people act different over there. Somebody said Manila Bay is a free beach. Yes, this live stream will stay on my page. Yes. Let's talk about the banking problems in these countries. Let's start with the Philippines. In the Philippines, if you use Cash App, which I use my Cash App card a lot because that works in every country, you need to use a VPN. For some reason, they have Cash App banned here. It does not work. In Brazil, you don't need to do that. Cash App works. In Brazil, everywhere card is acceptable, down to the people that are selling coconuts on the beach have a card reader. In the Philippines, everywhere is pretty much cash, especially in Cebu. Especially in Cebu. There's more, and Manila is a bigger city. I guess there's more people that take card, but in Cebu, it's all cash, just about. It's all cash. But Brazil is cashless. I don't. When I went back to Brazil back in November 2nd, and I stayed there all the way until January 10th, I never pulled money out the ATM ever. Here, I pull money out the ATM almost every day. You run out of cash in the Philippines, you might be hungry. That was recently super chats. Kuya, appreciate that $10 super chat. I would love to visit Carnival Rio. I recommend you go. It's beautiful. It is beautiful. Salvador, I heard, is even better though. Appreciate that super chat. Jacqua Hall, appreciate that super chat. He also says, Dallas, Texas here. I've done some traveling, but never been to Thailand. How is it trying to get a black business off the ground? Is it being supported? Yes. And actually, I recommend if you do open up a business in Thailand and you're black, you need to go to Pattaya because all the black, like literally almost 100% of the black dudes that go to Thailand go to Pattaya and they show love. There was a black dude that recently opened up a Brooklyn burger spot in Pattaya. And he had a grand opening. And we all went. We all went. We all recorded. We haven't uploaded the video yet. But we all went and we all supported. We all gave it a shot. First day. So yes, open your business up in Pattaya if you will do it in Thailand. Went to Salvador last month. I had a blast. There's a big difference with a dating scene. This chick I met moved the bar really high. Yeah. Oh yeah. When you talk about dating in Salvador, you talk about beauty, femininity. They're super nice. They're just that experience you get with those women in Brazil is just it's unbeatable. And if you're still staying in the States, it makes the United States unbearable. Bro, keep doing what you do. I agree with you. If they keep walking, no need to simp. Keep walking. There are others. Yeah. If a woman doesn't stop walking when I ask her to stop walking and she's giving me choosing signals, I'm just gonna let her keep walking. Like, why are you still walking? Appreciate that super chat, Carlos. You have to go to the beach a little south of Cebu. All locals and all free, packed with Filipinos. Well, I'm not. I appreciate you telling me that. I wish I would have did this live sooner, but I'm not in Cebu anymore. I'm in Manila now, so I would love to know where should I go in Manila. Somebody said Manila Bay, so I'll probably try that out sometime this week because I love going to the beach. Appreciate the videos, bro. My passport just arrived. Booking my trip for Thailand ASAP. Thank you very much for finding value in these videos. Where are you going to in Thailand? I would recommend for the first time Bangkok or Phuket. And then I recommend you go to all four cities: Chiang Mai, Phuket, Bangkok, and Pattaya. Go to Makati Shopping Mall. I don't think I've been there yet, but Makati's a nice area. When you're taking it back to Colombia, Colombia has some of the baddest women per square foot. I disagree. They had some bad women, but Brazil got them beat. I'll be in South America early next year or late this year. like late this year, talking about December. Because remember, in May, I'm gonna be in Europe, and I'll be in Europe until about probably September or August, and then from there I'm going to Africa. I'll be in Africa until about November, maybe December, and then from there I'll spend the rest of that time in South America, and then I'll return to the United States for maybe 2 weeks to see my family. But that after being gone for almost 2 years. Uh, but after doing all that traveling, I'm traveling a lot because I want to make sure. Like I love Brazil, but I want to make sure I know exactly where I want to live at permanently. So I'm gonna travel the whole world first. That's the benefit of being an American. Did I have to declare personal belongings to customs at arrival? No, I never declared anything in any country. What's going on there? How are you? Sorry, I'm stuffed up, but it's good to see you again. It's been a while since I heard from you. Philippines won't be difficult for a white guy. David Bond has a harem of Panay women in weeks of arrival. Yeah, Asia is a white man's land. Appreciate that super chat. What bank and where do you pull cash out from? I recommend using your Cash App card. That way, if somebody, I use my Cash App card all the time outside the country. That way, if somebody steals my information, it's a Cash App card. You know, keep doing what you're doing, young G. I told my nephews about you and your journey. I want us to start traveling as well. Brazil isn't first on the list. Sending love and support, my man. Be blessed. I appreciate that, but remember, do not let what happened to Brazil affect your decisions on when you go or if you want to go. I was in Brazil. I never seen anything, to be honest. Yeah, I call bullshit on that whole comment. I call bullshit on that. Kate's in love with you. Thank you. Appreciate that super chat. We're not gonna talk about that. We're not gonna talk about that right now. Is Brazil violent like it is in the States? By statistics, Brazil is more violent. But I feel more in danger in Brazil, in the United States, than I did in Brazil. I've been to Rio and I've been to Newark, New Jersey. I feel more in danger in Newark. I didn't even want to get out the car in Newark. I didn't mind walking around Rio, even outside the tourist zone. I felt straight. And like I said, we were in Madureira, and we left Madureira. It was a dude outside directing traffic with a tech. I felt danger that time, but because we fucking were. But no, that doesn't make me afraid to go over there again. No. Are you learning other online income work? I'm curious. No, I'm a content creator. Biology 101. In Philippines, Boracay is part of the island Surigao. In Palawan, great mix of tourism and local girls, more tropical island vibe than city vibe. I've heard a lot of people told me to go there. I'm gonna have to check that out. Appreciate that super chat. You ever been to Cambodia? I'm going to Vietnam after this and then Cambodia. Brazil isn't like what this foreigner says. I've lived there my whole life and never got robbed. Yeah, I've never got robbed in Brazil either, and I've never gotten close to getting robbed. Now, Fred said he got his phone snatched, and there was another time that this chick told him he was gonna get robbed. But now actually, there was one time when I was in Rio and I was drunk. but I don't. I'm the most responsible drinker I know. But I was drunk, and there was a guy standing off in the darkness, and he was saying, come here," and I was like, "What do you think? I'm fucking stupid?" Now that yeah, but some of y'all would have walked over there. Evidence: Zoom to Thailand. Girlfriend was a masseur in Pattaya. Yeah, I mean he put it. He made a video about how he met her. I don't know how we got on that topic though. Use clinic code for your allergies. Have you tried? No, I've never even heard of that though. Let's talk about this. Austin, are women thicker in the Philippines or Brazil? It's definitely not the Philippines, it's Brazil. But for you guys that like Asian women with a little more, like for example, the way how Kate is built, there's a lot of that walking around here. A lot. Like a lot. Not now, hold on. Let me not emphasize that too much. But you're gonna see it. There's no scarcity of it. It's not frequent like Brazil. I read your super chat part of biology. I already read it. I just read it a minute ago. Uh I want to time you out, but I'm not gonna do that. You know who I'm talking to. But there's no scarcity of thick women, but they're here. They're here. But don't think you're just gonna be bumping into that left and right. What are your thoughts on the DR? The women look similar to Brazilians, are a great place to visit for a track. I've never been, but Brazil, I mean not Brazil, the DR from what I'm seeing seems like a starter country, but it's overpacked. It's oversaturated with foreigners already, especially Americans, especially hood Americans. I know some hood dudes that's I know them personally that have went with a group to the DR. That happens everywhere in the world, but it's not like the DR from what I'm seeing. There's a lot. I mean, that's why prostitution is so bad there. I'm seeing because like that culture is starting to change from what I'm seeing over there. But I don't know. I've never been. I'm just observing. Appreciate that super chat. You handle yourself well with Jason Black. Thank you very much. We're about to wrap up this live in 10 minutes. Anthony Baker, appreciate that super chat. All Jason did was inspire us to get our passports. Yes, he did. It's in Thailand. It's great clinic code. I'm going to try it whenever I get back. There's a channel called Stimulate that's using your content and your face for thumbnails. Okay. What are y'all arguing about? Now, I want to give Rilla a shout out. Y'all all know Rilla. Before I do that, somebody just tried to spend $108 on my Cash App card. That's why I keep my Cash App card locked. Because when you use it outside the country, there are places that'll steal your information. I'd rather them steal my Cash App that I load with money versus my bank account that has more money. You know what I'm saying? So that's what take notes. Now, I want to shout Real out. He started his own YouTube channel. Really is going viral for being the asshole that he is. No, but Miss Tanya, the propagandist TKO, just did a video over Rilla talking about Helga. What I want y'all to do is I want y'all to influence Rilla to keep going. Because I've been trying to tell this motherfucker to make his YouTube for a while. See, Rilla's trying to be a content creator when he comes out here too, and he's worried. I told him, you with me. How you gonna fail with the most controversial passport bro out here? Subscribe to Rilla. He's about to post a video tomorrow. He just said it. Let's find his channel name because I forgot. Rilla, post your channel in the chat. South America's calling my name, y'all. Rilla's in the comments fear mongering himself. Leave your chat, leave your channel name so I can shout you out. It's Life with Rilla, the account I'm on. So y'all, everybody go to your YouTube and type in Life with Rilla and subscribe to Rilla. See, the reason Rilla gets along with me is because he's just as much of an asshole as I am. He gets on my nerves too. The sun has risen here in the Philippines and I need to go to sleep. So, that was the last live of February. No, I have not written the Ace Live. I was watching him early, but no, I have not. That was the last live of February 2023. Get ready for March 2023. And let me tell y'all something. If y'all want to see me collaborate with the Filipina P, go tell her. Go tell her. Because I emailed her. I said, hey, this is back early January. Hey, I'm coming to the Philippines. I want to do an in-person interview with you. What part of the country are you in? I'm going to be in Cebu, Manila. She says, I'm not anywhere in those areas, but if I am, I'll let you know. She didn't tell me, so I was like, okay, what area are you in? No response. That was like February 10th. Then Friday, I said, hey, I'm in the Philippines right now. What area of the country are you in? No response. So if you guys want to see me collaborate with her, you got to tell her because I already tried. It's like when you ask a chick out on a date and you say, "Hey, do you want to go on a date Friday?" And she says, "I'm not available Friday." You know what you guys do? You don't text her anymore because if she wanted to go on a date with you, she say, "I'm not available Friday, but we can go on a date Saturday." That's what an interested person says. So Ingrid, the Brazilian, says the only thing bad about some foreigners is because in my city, every place near a beach for tourist rent is owned by foreign and they are expensive, so Brazilians can't afford it because they bought it. Yeah, I noticed that about Rio. Y'all go spam Filipina P's comments. Go tell her uh if she does not collaborate with Austin Holloman while he's here, that y'all are gonna boycott her and see if that gets her attention. Do a collab with Hibuati. Appreciate that super chat. I'll look up who it is. But somebody said she doesn't reveal some content creator. Oh, Jeff said some content creators don't reveal their location. That's fine, but tell me that. Tell me that. Give me something to work. She didn't give me nothing to work with. But if y'all want to see, go tell her. Also, I appreciate the money that you guys sent to my Cash App. If you guys want to see more content and more information, you guys appreciate this, hit the Cash App, $ Austin Holloman. When I tell y'all, it makes me feel so special when I had somebody send me a $200 Cash App because I said I didn't have any money, because I didn't, because my card is still locked. That means a lot. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. If you guys want to keep doing that, I'd very much appreciate it. It means everything. But last super chat of the day, just dropping in to show support. Keep pushing, bro. Appreciate that. And I will keep pushing for all my subscribers, including you. Let me look up who this person is before I go. Who BT. Okay. I see her. I subscribe to her. I don't know what city she's in, but I'll reach out to her. Now, give the video a like. Make sure y'all subscribe if you're not subscribed already. Share this video with somebody that may have found value with it. He said, get some nasal spray. Fuck you. She's in Manila. Okay. Hit the Cash App, hit the PayPal if you want to support this content and donate. I appreciate it. I will see somebody just sent a Cash App. Sir Chi said $15. I appreciate that. I will see you guys in the next video. The vlog I was supposed to drop today instead of doing this live stream will drop tomorrow. Y'all stay safe. Y'all enjoy the United States. I'm just kidding. Because it's that bad.